Dragonknight, codename Myth here. Today I'll just show you guys the build I've been running on DK. So I tried to do something a little different here. There's no rallying cry. There's one set that is probably going to be on every set. Can't really escape it right now, but tried to do something just a little different. So 6,100 weapon and spell damage, 12k pen, 28k each resistances. On the front bar, 2,700 crit resist, 1,500 mag recovery, 1,000 stam recovery, 30k health, 22k max mag, and 20k max stamina. We put 54 points into mag right here and 10 into health. None into stamina. We don't need stamina. Our stam recovery is pretty solid, and we haven't really built into stam recovery, so went with the astronaut obviously to help out with that mag recovery. If you feel like you have too much mag recovery, you could take this off and go lover for more pen. It's up to you. We are also a Imperial, so for those of you who don't know, Imperial gives you, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best classes because it's like a jack of all trade. You get 2,000 max health, 2,000 max stam, and it reduces the cost of all your abilities by 6%. It's pretty huge. All my characters are pretty much Imperial when I PvP, so let's go into the gear real quick. We are running Oak Fathers. This set is busted right now, or not right now, but it's just busted. A lot of people are running it. Just one of those sets that's going around right now, kind of like Null Arca. It's kind of going to be hard to get away from this set just because of how much pen that it gives, and it gives a decent amount of weapon and spell damage. So going to get 450 offensive pen for each major buff they have, which is huge, and then 20 weapon and spell damage for each minor buff they have active. So this is pretty huge. It's going to give you a lot of pen, a lot of weapon and spell damage. It just is what it is for right now. Infuse on there, mag recovery to help out with our sustain. We're running Markin. We do not want to run Monomyth just because of this set right here. You know, we don't need extra buffs that kind of really aren't helping us out too much to give people extra offensive pen and weapon and spell damage, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna run Markin, go back to the OG, and if you don't like Swift here, you can put Infused if you want. So 2 Infused. You could, like I said, if your mag is good, you can switch this to weapon and spell damage. So 2 Infused, 1 mag recovery, 1 weapon and spell damage, and then the other protective with the weapon and spell damage enchant. Like I said, just to give us a little extra tankiness, we did build mostly into damage. Our second set is Essence Thief, so Impen. I slept on Essence Thief for a while, but on DK you can kind of pair it well with your skills to give you like an insane window where you're dealing an insane amount of damage. So definitely a slept on set, but especially for this patch on the DK, it's a really good set. So Impen everything, tri-stat on everything. One piece trainee, reinforced chest. And then we are running potentates. I don't know how to say it. That's probably as close as it's gonna get. You want a sword here, I didn't have one, so just using a mace. Defending. And on a shield reinforced. And then 2 maces, obviously, Nernhone in the main hand, sharpened on the offhand. And the potions you want, oh, don't you dare. Why'd you do it to yourself, buddy? Alright, let me try to move where there's no... I was trying to stand next to lava to look cool, but I guess we can't do that. I don't know if I went over this, but we're using Bear Haunch. If your sustain is good, you can use Bewitched Sugar Skulls. Alright, so we're going over the food. You can use Bear Haunch, that's what I use, or you can use Sugar Skulls if you don't have any problems with sustaining. Jewels of Misrule is going to be the cheap Bear Haunch, so if you can't afford Bear Haunch because it is expensive, Jewels of Misrule is a really good cheap option. You're just going to miss a little bit of those stats. Oh, potions. Yeah, I just wanted to go over the potions real quick. Where the hell are they at? Oh, down here. So try stat like always, but can't emphasize this enough. Essence of Detect is really important to have, especially when fighting outnumbered. You know, there's a lot of gankers that just try to bow you and then they go invisible, and then you got 3 other guys hitting you. This is going to help you bring them out of stealth and get them killed. That way you can kind of even the playing field out. So these are really important to have. There's better ones that you can make. I literally just went on the auction house and got ones that can literally just detect stealth. It's given like major sorcery. Like I don't need any of this. I mean the max mag is nice, and I guess the major intellect, but I literally only just use these for when I want to break a Nightblade out of stealth. But whatever version or whatever you do have of these, just make sure you have them. They're really important. They're really good. Um, so yeah, just these two are my main ones that I use. You can use Essence of Mobility if you want. I don't really like it too much, so I don't really use it as much, but it also is a decent potion. Alright, so that is all it for that. We'll go over the skills. The DK patch has been out for a little bit, so I'm just kind of gonna run through them. I'll kind of show you it. Incinerate, pretty good standard DK skill. We switch to Burning Embers. It's gonna give us a little bit of a heal, so that's gonna be nice. It's gonna help with sustaining and not having to swap to our back bar to heal as often. This is a really good upgrade for the DK. It's also going to stun them now, so it's going to knock them back 4 meters and stun them for almost 2 seconds. And then it is our immunity to snares and immobilizations, and it's going to give us major expedition for 4 seconds. So this is kind of the only thing that DK was missing in its base like setup, like base class, I guess. So this is pretty huge. If you're fighting in BGs, you want to use this. If you're fighting open world, you want to use this. Now if you're dueling, you want to swap to Shattering Rocks or Fossilized, whichever morph you want to use. I use this morph because it's going to heal you and do damage, so that's nice, and it's also going to apply Minor Breach. So the DK doesn't have a way to apply Minor Breach, so this is nice, especially in a 1v1. Obviously in open world or a BG, if you have multiple people on you, I mean you could still use this, I guess, but the AoE stun is definitely nice. And it's going to knock them back, so that's actually pretty good. Molten Whip, it's our big boy damage right here. And then we got Dragon Breath. This is our Major Breach standard. And we are running Take Flight instead of the other morph. Now, if you want to use other morph, you can use other morph. I like this morph because they changed it. It's going to give you 15 seconds after using it, and you get 10% increased damage. So like I was saying, where we are running Essence Thief, however you want to combo it, I would probably wait till you pick up the pool of Essence Thief. You get that 10% damage done, and then you leap into them, and that's going to be 20% damage increase for about 7 seconds, depending on how fast you are. Obviously, you're not going to get the full 10 seconds of, or the full time of both of them. There'll be some, so probably about 8 or 7 seconds of 20% increased damage, and then you'll still have whatever's left over of this 10% after the Essence Thief wears off. So, like I said, if you can really get it down, this set can really has a chance to do a lot of damage, especially during that window. Temporal Guard on the back bar. You can run Corrosive if you want on the front bar or back bar. I use this because it's going to give us 5% reduced damage, which is nice. This is our Coag, or Blood of the Elder Dragon. Now, staple heal, and it's also going to give us minor courage and major fortitude. So this is going to give us an extra 215 weapon and spell damage for 20 seconds. It's nice. We swapped to the damage morph. It's going to be a nice little dot now, and it's going to gain stacks of landslide, so that's pretty good. I'll go into that a little later. Resolve and Vigor, that's our heal over time and our minor resolve. Igneous Weapon, this is our major brutality, and it's also like a mini not Plague Break, Pyrobrand. So you can honestly probably pair Pyrobrand with this, and it would probably slap even harder. Probably be really annoying. But a lot of people are running dot or like cleansing, so like dots aren't really too dot builds aren't really doing too hot right now. But Hearth and Home, this is going to be our one of our best skills that we got, especially for survivability. It's going to give us 10% damage reduction. It's our major protection buff. So we're going to stand in this. It's going to snare them. It's going to be really damn annoying. So we get 10% damage reduction for major protection. So we have major and minor. So that's 15%. And then we also have the 3% from potatoes. So 18% damage reduction on our back bar is pretty damn sweet. And then even if we, carry over our front bar, we're still going to have that major protection. So we're going to have 10% on our front bar at all times. So it's going to help us out, be a little tanky. They really did update the Dragonknight, and like, man, this thing's pretty good. If you are struggling with sustain, you could put on this. They did really buff this too. So basically, it's going to give you 15% of your missing magic and stamina every 2 seconds, over 4 seconds. This is busted. I'm not going to say it's unlimited sustain, but it's damn near close. Obviously, if you have a lot of people on you, you can't just spam this and like get your stuff back, or even if you hit it once or twice. It's just dependent on the situation, but this will help definitely give you a lot of sustain and a lot of resources back. So I would probably swap that out for Hearth and Home if you felt like running that. And we'll get into the champion points. Now, since we are running mostly damage, all of our CP is going to be defensive. Now, if you want to put on like Exploiter or Deadly Aim, like one of these ones that kind of are offensive, be my guest. I just kind of went full defensive, so Duelist Rebuff, Resilience, Ironclad, and Cleanse and Revival, because the DK doesn't have a cleanse, so this is pretty nice. It's going to help us fight other DKs. Fitness, we have Survival Instincts, Relentlessness, Pain's Refuge, and Sustained by Suffering. So that is all I kind of got for you guys. I'm going to show some more clips of me playing this build. I did test this out with, like I said, you can use whatever mythics you want. Like you can switch this out, and I put another ring of protective here with damage enchant, and I went Sea Serpent Coil. So a little bit less stats, resistances, but like I said, we're going to get that damage reduction from Sea Serpent Coil, and it's going to give us an insane damage buff. So you can play around with this build, definitely tweak it to your ability. Like I said, if you want to use Monomyth, you can. I personally wouldn't. Malakath is going to give you raw damage, but it's going to decrease your crit damage by 50%. So I wouldn't use that. But yeah, I even have some clips of me using the Sea Serpent Coil. I was kind of just trying to test it out to see if I can get some more damage and some more tankiness. So it's really up to you. Like I said, I tried to do something a little off meta. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.